is boss time. So, very exciting. Let's go ahead and see what we have to face today. I guess there's another Raichu here if you ever need to heal. They are nice enough to give you the Raichu pretty early on, and we're nice enough to get a hit from Rhythmia again that there's some seriously strong Pokemon up ahead. Be prepared, just like the Lion King. Then you take 2 steps forward, and you better be prepared because it's time for a bunch of fighting. Welcome to Lavana, the another leader of Team Dimson, a lowly ranger. Oh, come on, why are you all so rude to me? The Crimson unit, because, you know, get it, fire type, yeah. So, yeah, I am a hero. I am the hero of Boils. Wait, that doesn't sound very good. That's not a very good title. Why can't I be Link? He gets to be the hero of wind, he gets to be the hero of time, I have to be the hero of Boil. That's just rude. Well, I guess, you know, the hero of lava, I don't know. So, yeah, we have the ranger in the bag, apparently, yeah. Too bad, you know, I'm going to... Oh, but by the way, they have a name, apparently. They're the Sinistrio. You know, Sinister, Sinistrio. Get it? Get it? Get it? It's a joke! They're the Sinistrio! Ha 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 ha. But yeah, this is the trainer that... Or the villain that Keith fought in that one newspaper article, Lavana. And I guess, like we said, her Pokemon is an Infernape. Looks like we're gonna have to finally fight said Infernape at some point because, well, we're both searching for the red gem. And, it's us or them. Can we stop Team Dimson once again? And can we acquire this red gem before they do? And, you know, I guess if you think about it, if there's a boss every single one of the gems, is Keith gonna have to fight a boss as well? Interesting thought. Is our Team Dimson presence in Haruba Desert? Well, before we get to Lavana, though, we're gonna have to fight her lackeys here. And, just to confirm that Infernapes are coming up here, we have to fight some Monfernos here first. So, a pair of Monfernos, nothing too terrifying, just let them do their attacks, and then these are Pokemon we fought quite some time ago, although it would help if I actually dodged their attacks there. Come on, get the... Ah, if I could get them before I hammed, that was kind of really ambitious. Oh well. Like I said, I don't really... Oh, and they drained all their health back. Well, this is just annoying. Group together so I can capture... Nope. Okay, I'm just... So much for this being easy. There, get all the Poke... And I didn't even get the group capture. I get nothing. I lose. Good day, me. Yeah, as you can see, they drain really fast, so you're gonna have to be really quick about them. Oh well, not the end of the world. I don't think this will be able to push us over the edge, though, unfortunately, now. I still got an A. Nope, not quite enough. We're gonna have to... probably use a Raichu if I take any sort of damage in this upcoming fight, because I'm not going to be getting a heal until after I do this from leveling up, so no excuses there. They've, well, they have worn me out a little bit, I guess. They damaged my Styler a little bit, so they were slightly successful, but Lavana's having nothing of it. She's rather spicy. She's a spicy one. She's a spice girl. She certainly looks like she'd be a spice girl with that outfit. Just look at that outfit. Look at that pose. Just, no. No. So she's getting fired up. Get it? Because she's like the fire trainer of Team Dimson. Haha. But there's that Infernape I mentioned. It's time for a boss fight, guys. And then, of course, you know, don't forget, we're still going after a gem. We'll still have a gem guardian to get past as well. So things are heating up, I suppose. Get it? Get it? Get it? So Infernape, very similar style to a lot of fire Pokemon we've seen, although it's also very quick as well, so you're at the... Be careful if you're looping, it'll take a... Ooh, and it also does explosions, so be careful about that. Explosions! So he'll do that, he'll do his fire thing. I definitely accidentally let go of my thing. I'm making, like, no progress here. It doesn't have a lot of health, but it's a very quick Pokemon, so you're gonna have to be very careful of looping it. Some good charge captures will take it out really fast, but... You need to make sure you actually keep up the charge captures while you're doing that. But it'll basically do either the explosion or the fire thing right there. Although, as it gets more captured, it'll start releasing more than one of them. So, you'll also be careful about that along the way. Should be more explosions. Indeed it is. And back to capturing it. So, ooh, that's a new one. Okay, yep. Like I said, the more damage it takes, the more of these things it throws at. You gotta be really careful about that one. And the more explosions it makes too, apparently. But luckily for me, I dodged all that, and that should give me a good chance to get a ton of damage on it and win. So not really a tough Pokemon as long as you just keep dodging, you keep in the corners, and don't be too ambitious of your attacks. He does a lot of explosions, he does a lot of fire, but it's all fairly dodgeable, so you can take it out, and an extra 1,500 experience will set us up to the next level, and give us exactly 69 HP. Ah, yeah! But with that, we should, we're at full health. I think it's time for us to take on a Gem Guardian, because Team Dimson has now been defeated once again for this area. Sorry, Lavana. I know you're a girl, and I know you shouldn't be mean to girls, but, well, when you pose like that, I suppose. And when you try to kill me with an Infernape as well, I suppose. Well, too bad for you. Apparently we've exhausted her out just as much, apparently, so, yeah, of course we can't just take the red gem. We have to earn it by beating its guardian. So, oh yeah, okay, of course, it's just the makeup. Just the makeup. No, it's not the fact that I kicked your butt, silly girl. Get out of here. Get out of here. Pull out some Game Grumps there, I guess, suddenly. Anyway, whoa! There's still boulders and fire to dodge while you're making your way to the boss, so don't get too comfortable. Ow. You can still take some damage. Jeez, this place is so unsafe. Rude. But we have made it here successfully. So from here, it's time for us to get this red gem. And from there, well, we're gonna have to battle the Pokemon first. So we follow Lucario, that's the first Guardian. What's the next one gonna be? A tough fire Pokemon, obviously, because we're in Boilerland. But what kind of fire Pokemon? Well, if you think about 4th gen, you got ourselves a Heatran. Very, very powerful fire Pokemon. Very representative of 4th gen as well, which, I mean, this game came out right after Diamond and Pearl, so you can imagine it's going to represent 4th gen quite a bit. But we have ourselves a Heatran to fight now. Not the easiest Pokemon for sure. And actually, I consider this one of the toughest Pokemon in the game, personally. Because it's not an easy one to capture for sure. You're going to be very careful. Its explosions do ridiculous amounts of damage, so anytime it's doing an attack, you're going to want to be ready to dodge that right away. But there's one specific mechanic that's extremely tough to do. It also shoot out some shockwaves like that, and then follow it up immediately with basically the more damage you do to him, the more he'll make these lava pools. These lava pools are permanent. They will be on the field for the rest of the match. And they do quite a decent amount of damage as well, so you're going to have to basically circle around these lava pools while fighting him, which is not an easy task. There we go. There's the Fire Blast I was waiting for. So now he brings out another pool, and we're going to have to... I guess maybe he's not the hardest Pokemon in the game, but this is actually a Pokemon... This and Drapion are two Pokemon I actually, in my first run of doing this, actually lost to at one point, so... That being said, if you're cautious and you, I guess you can skip the Fire Blast phase if you're doing enough damage. He's also been in a very good position for me to just loop around this pool easily, so I guess being in a corner like that helps a lot as well. Dodge the explosions, there will be a lot of them. Just wait for him to stop doing his pose there, then you know it's safe to keep going. And, alright, we should get a Fire Blast coming up here. Nope, no Fire Blast. Apparently we're just gonna beat him. Okay, so maybe he isn't that tough, but he's still scary, so make sure you definitely don't underestimate him. He can do a lot of damage really fast if you're not careful. So, bring a healing Pokemon just in case. Like I said, that one's one actually as a kid, or well, not as a kid, it wasn't even that long ago. The first time I played this game, I actually died to, so, or not died, but broke my styler, got game over to. That and Drapion are the two Pokemon that actually managed to do that, so just keep that in mind. At some point in the past, I've lost that Pokemon. It's not easy. But that time actually went really ridiculously smoothly, so that's always good. And Heatran decides to entrust us with the red gem. We have the blue gem, we now have the red gem. With any luck, Keith will acquire the yellow gem as well. And we'll be able to go from there. So, and defeat Team Dimson. We're actually getting fairly close here, by the way, to be able to take on Team Dimson. So, yeah. Making progress in this game fairly quickly. And as usual, we get ourselves a teleport back. We still have that Aggron that we need. And that's all we really need so far. So let's return to the entrance. And from there, that'll be the end of this mission here. Mission complete. So, I'm looking at the clock. It seems like it probably might be a good idea to split this into 2 videos. So I think what I'm going to do, oh, well, I guess we have something else to do first here. Yes, Mr. Elder? Oh, right, we get to do this as well. Okay, this is cool. We can do this. So we've got ourselves a purple stone. No, well, it's not purple, but it was a red stone, remember? And he's just like, I don't care about these stones. Apparently Mime Jr. wants to go with us, so by beating this one, we just kind of automatically get ourselves another partner Pokemon. And this is like the 3rd. I mean, you're required to get the first one. You're required to get Kricketot. You're required to get the Croagunk, and you're required to get the Mime Jr. I think those 4 are the only ones that you're required to get in order to progress the main story. Unless I say no, well, of course I'm not gonna say no. It's a Mime Jr. So yeah, once again we're replacing our partner Pokemon, and actually, considering we're done off a quest here, you can imagine that side quest will be coming up soon, and you can imagine that we're probably going to be replacing Mime Jr. pretty quickly as well. So, sorry Mime Jr., probably not going to be using you too long, but I guess we'll at least use you during the side quests or something for a little bit. Although we don't get a chance to add to our inventory right away, we just kind of have that happen. And this guy's just like, Mime Jr. over here. He's trying to jump in the sea. Kind of really dumb. But yeah, apparently he's going to take us back. He's going to take the Mime Jr. back to Chocola Village. Yeah, if you think about it, how is this Pokemon going to get back to Chocola Village again? Yeah, he's going to take the boat. So, just kind of a little silly, I suppose. Then again, we don't even use the boats anymore. We can fly. Who would use a boat and you can fly? Come on. So we now have Mime Jr. I mean, this is something that was hinted at extremely back when we caught it. Back in the first time in the Boy Volcano and on the Team Dimson boat, but yep, Mime Jr., now our partner Pokemon, life is good. So because I'm probably going to be splitting this in 2 videos, I'll do a little bit of extra stuff before we end this episode off. Seems like a fair thing to do, because I'm not going to make a 36-minute long video, because that's just silly. So, says the person who made 40-minute videos for J Cocoon too, but those were kind of necessary, else I would have made like no progress in any given video, and that would have been stupid. So, definitely gonna be splitting this into 2 videos, and as such, I'll add a little bit of extra content in before we take on the next stuff. For example, we'll go ahead and head back to Chocola Village and grab that Mime Jr. And as long as we have this Tackle 4, may as well get the Torterra done in this episode as well. Seems like a fairly good plan, and then I'll turn in the thing next episode. I think that seems like a fair balance, because as you imagine, next episode, because we just finished some quests, we're gonna have to, or because we just finished a main story mission, we now have another apparently we need some Drifloon. Oh goody. But apparently we need to take on another 4 quests. Yep, 4 quests. So we'll do that, and then we'll also turn in the red gem probably next episode. So we'll go ahead, add Mime Jr. to our party. May as well capture that Torterra just the hell of it as well. And Mime Jr., hello, hi, I want you. Come with me. I will show you the world. Just turned to Aladdin right there. Just channel my inner Aladdin. It's all good. So I'll meet you guys at Vienne Forest where that Torterra was, and because I know it's kind of a bit of a trek to get there. So I'll meet you guys there, and I'll show off the Torterra before we end this episode. Alright, so we're here in this part of Vienne Forest again with the Beedrill on the way up the incline here, where we took out that cut thing before, and the Torterra's here as well. We could also go to the one on the secret island, but this one's a lot easier to access, so as you remember, it's a Tackle 4 here in order to access it, so we're going to go ahead and use the Aggron and tackle said Torterra, and now we can finally capture it. And we will do just that. So, Torterra, and then we'll end the episode here, although if for some reason things time out weirdly, I might also go ahead and turning in the red gem afterwards if I need to add a couple extra minutes to this video, or for some reason the quests next episode seem to be taking a long time when I practice them, I might add that in as well. But for now, for this session, I will end the episode. Also, be careful for the leaves there because they do a lot of damage, and that was kind of silly to take that unnecessary damage there. But that's okay. Dodge the plants, dodge the leaves, and you'll get yourselves a nice shiny Torterra, which is also a source of Tackle 4. So we're replacing a Tackle 4 for a Tackle 4. And a nice 632 experience. So I guess if you wanted to grind it, you can just go back and forth between the Torterras and chain them together to get experience, because it's a Tackle 4 to get a Tackle 4. Kind of works out, and grind experience that way or something. Really, Beedrill? Is this really gonna be a thing? Okay, whatever. Alright everyone, I'm actually back because looking at the footage and looking at where I was going to cut the videos and also looking into what's coming up next, it actually makes sense for me to kind of progress the plot a little bit right now, and then we'll actually do the quests still in the next episode, but we're going to do some plot first, and we can still do the quests kind of after we get a sense of what our next mission is, because just plot-wise it works out very well. Also, the group of creepy old ladies is, well, I guess they're not that old, but the group of creepy ladies is still here. They've been rather patient with their random sort of cult, but we get taken immediately up here. Another reason why I actually wanted to get this taken care of now before we do the side quest is we actually get something pretty important for turning it in the red gem, which we now have from inside Boa Volcano, so we're going to get the usual honors of, you guessed it, I mean, we did just take on another one of the major members of Team Dimson, so, you know, we're gonna go ahead and get ourselves a rank up. And since last time was a charge boost, you can imagine this time we're going to go ahead and get ourselves yet another upgrade to our, go on, friend list. So we now can hold the 6 Pokemon, which will actually make the side quest doing just a smidgen easier. So that'll be nice to have before next episode anyway. But we automatically get to rest. We don't get a chance in between to do that. But like I said, we're going to just go ahead and take care of some plot stuff in the meantime. I know this video ended up being fairly short otherwise, so it kind of ends up working on the long run. Guess I probably should have done the Torterra next episode, but really, it's not really a big difference either way. So, sometimes you can't predict ahead exactly how long things are going to be. You just kind of have to go with your gut instinct, and sometimes it's not wrong. But, apparently, according to Keith, there is actually, there is a tier of princes in the Heruba Desert, so he's going for the yellow gem. Will he be successful in the Heatran Temple? Gee, we're sure getting a lot of information for something that we have no responsibility to do whatsoever, right? But he's still working. I mean, he did have to go all the way to the desert. We had to go to the volcano. We could fly a Staraptor there. We can't fly the desert, so seems rather important. So yeah, I know, Murph. I was heading there, Murph. But that's okay. You could pretend like I was wrong to make yourself feel smarter, but that's okay. So we'll set the red gem. It won't be enough to do anything next. We need the yellow gem as well. Keith, what are you doing? We need your help, buddy. But we will go ahead and place the red gem on the dais here. I guess is that how you pronounce that even? It's a word you don't really see too often, to be perfectly honest. But the red gem has been placed. We're now at 2/3 power, enough to disrupt their plans, but not enough to stop them. We'll need the yellow gem. What is Keith doing? But, well, we're going to be very impatient. I mean, the world does kind of depend on you, Keith. But we get an update from Rhythmy about this. So, apparently, the Guardian Pokemon's giving him a little bit of trouble. He's not worried about it, but apparently it's a tough Guardian. I mean, we've seen the Guardians before. They're no laughing matter, so this is the first time Keith has had to face one of them. So, is he good enough? Well, who knows, but Hastings wants us to go check up on him anyway, so, I mean, we're not doing anything else. We may as well, yeah, I suppose if you say don't worry, you tend to worry even more then, so, we're just, the world does depend on us. Let's go ahead and rescue him as well, so, gotta go to the Heruba Desert. But, before we head out to the Heruba Desert, Chairperson Irma wants us to stop by Altru Park, because apparently Blake Hall is having a speech of sorts there. Interesting, but, so we're gonna go ahead and take a listen to this speech, and from there, well, we'll end the episode after the speech, I guess, but the speech is important. It's also kind of, I just want to get it out of the way now, because this is like the best time frame about me, because if I try to fit it in next episode, it's gonna make that video really long. If I try to fit it in with the next mission, it's timed really nicely for an episode, because I went ahead and practiced that already, so we're gonna go ahead and listen to the speech now. It just seems like the best time. Looks like the cult has dissolved into 2 people only. Oh, weird lady cult. You were the best of cults. Alas, you are no more. So let's head to Altru Park. We'll have a cutscene there with Blake Hall, and of course, most likely some more about the Go Rock Squad. Oh, missed that thing just ever so slightly. Also, is Mime Jr. already charged? Gee, that didn't take long at all. That was like, what, a Torterra and a Staraptor? Was that really it? I guess that doesn't take long to charge, and the Torterra did take quite a few loops, but interesting. So one last Staraptor for today. We're gonna go ahead and fly from here to the Altru building, and from there we can go to Altru Park and listen to this cutscene, and realize that I probably dragged this video on ridiculously long because of this, but like I said, I mean, I'm not sure how long the quests next time we're gonna take. The quests tend to take a lot longer than I anticipate, though. So just to be safe, we're gonna do the cutscene now while we have a decent amount of time in our video, and we'll go from there. So get all the plot stuff done this episode. The Go Rock Quad's now actually a quad here. So Clyde's returned. He no longer is upset with the lyrics, or is he? That's the question. Yay, Billy! By the way, that was hilarious. So, of course, those two are the biggest fans. Everyone's rocking out. Gotta love the Go Rock Quads. It's kind of cool to see the villains from last time now reformed in an actually kind of epic band. And he has new lyrics, so apparently they're going behind Altru's back and changing the lyrics, because he just doesn't really... He really did not like those lyrics, so... Apparently, he learned some new lyrics from the old lady in Pewletown. Could that have been Brooke's mother of that story of the Tears of Princes? Interesting. The Song of Vatinage. This feels like that's a word we've seen before. This feels like where have we seen that word before, Vatinage? Why does that seem so familiar? No idea. Anyway, gotta keep it secret. Oh man. So, everyone's exclaiming about how it's kind of awesome, but it looks like there's a speech going on after all. Because here comes, Mr. Blake and his entourage, including the very rat-like looking Wheeler, Joey Wheeler. I'm trying to remember all the whatchamacallit, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge quotes, and I'm forgetting all of them because it's been so long. Brooklyn accent and all that craziness, but Joey Wheeler. I just can't think of Wheeler if I think of Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm sorry, it's ingrained in my brain. Childhood, why you do this? It seems like there's some issue between Clyde and Blake, though. He seems to be very, not... The Go Rock Quads don't seem to like Altru very much, interestingly enough. So, we're gonna get a speech from Blake Hall here. And, he asks about the lyrics. Yeah, we've totally memorized those lyrics. The Dream Energy, interesting lyrics. Yeah, we totally have it memorized. They're like, yeah, totally, we're not gonna pull a fast one on you in the slightest. Go Rock Quads, they just don't give a shit. It's wonderful. So, Blake Hall, here to give ourselves a speech here, that, he's gonna be an interesting person about all the hoopla. And he's like, get out of the way, man. You silly lackey, keep licking my boots. Anyway, so, the President Blake Hall with his speech. What could he possibly have to say, Altru, of how suspicious you are? It's quite interesting. The President of Altru Inc. Blah, blah, blah. So formal. 70 years. It's been a 70-year anniversary, though. It's not too shabby. I mean, it's been 3 generations. That sounds about right. So apparently he's gonna announce a new Dream Energy that'll basically undo the need for energy from oil and stuff like that from now on. Clean, efficient, and limitless in supply. Boy, that seems that's quite an announcement here. I mean, can you imagine a world where we had an energy source like that? Of course, they always come with a price, don't they? You know, big promises like that always have some strings attached, I think, and that's the question. You know, you gotta be suspicious when people make giant claims like that. Miracles don't happen every day. So, they're gonna go ahead and incorporate that thing, you know, the Altru Tower, and announcement of clean new energy. Just what is going on inside Altru Inc.? This is such an interesting plot for a Pokemon game. We're talking about, like, energy and well, not really politics, but, you know, these are some big boy topics here in my Pokemon game. Not sure how I feel about that, but generally I feel pretty intrigued. It's actually kind of nice. Everyone seems to be quite happy about bringing a freight future to Almia, yes. Yeah, that sounds a bit more accurate, but a bright future to Almia? Okay, we're just gonna pretend I can speak English and go from there. So, a speech about energy, interestingly enough. Well, we've learned a bit more about Altru Inc. today. What secrets lie in store behind it, though? Well, that's the question, I suppose. Mime Jr. is just having a good time there. By the way, Captain Haruba, who is our boat captain to take us to the Haruba Desert, has been here this entire time, so... Well, that's interesting. So, unfortunately, they've kind of ruined their mood for rehearsals, so... the rehearsal for the Go Rock Quads is canceled for now, unfortunately. I'm sure the fans are upset. Well, she just wants to see the band play. So, dedicated followers and all that schnaz. So, with that, we're going to end this episode, guys. I know, kind of made it drag on a lot longer than I intended to with this, but it kind of fits in still for the best. And I'm pretty sure we can still do the quests right now anyway, so... in the next episode, we'll be taking on those 4 quests I showed earlier. Oh, of course, Tiffany, you're the one who agrees with it all. You want to talk to you. He just really does not like Altru at all. It's very interesting. So we got this kind of conflict between the Go Rock Quads and Altru. It's very interesting. But, yeah. So that's it for now, guys. In the next episode, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna have a rave, apparently. Now, in the next episode, we're gonna take out some side quests, and then the Haruba Desert awaits us. What's going on with Keith? We'll find out then. Bye-bye, everyone.